Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here. Hopefully, your favorite official content creator for the First Descendant. And today, I'm here to pose you all a question. Are skin prices too high in the First Descendant? And I really gotta ask you, how much are you willing to pay for skin? Please do watch the entire video to hear the context and everything, but at the end, I do want you to leave a comment. Let me know how much you're willing to pay for a skin. Would it be $5? $10? Just price it in USD if you can, because the rest of my analysis is going to be in USD. There's a reason for that, which I'll explain. But basically, what kicked all of this off is that recently, as you know, let me just pull it up there. If you have seen the Season 1 trailer, okay, for First Descendant, I'm just going to make sure that there's no volume coming from it, just so to avoid any copyright. There are new Halloween skins being released, okay, and they do look pretty awesome, in my opinion, at least. I do kind of like the spawns, the emotes, whatnot, and all that kind of stuff. So all of this is coming on the October 10th update. And there's, of course, a fantastic skin for Ultimate Freyna as well. But I think that when I saw all that, I decided to do a little poll on stream and actually asked people, are you guys going to buy the upcoming Halloween skins? Are you guys going to purchase these skins? You know, be honest, have an open say. And the results were not as expected. I got some very different results to what I expected. Let me first start by saying what were my expected results. Oh, and of course, if you still enjoy my content, please make sure to register me as your creator. I almost forgot to say that. Link is in the video description. All right, now let's carry on. So when I first did the poll, I was expecting a 70-30 split, which is quite normal for this kind of thing. Roughly about 70% of players usually buy into the skins, especially for Halloween, big events like that. Usually it's about 70, with a 30% saying, no, this was my expected result. What we got was not quite that, all right? What we got was this instead. Let me remove my cam there and show you. Don't pay attention to the left-hand side first. We'll go through that shortly. Oh, come on. Okay, if we pay attention to the right-hand side, look at the poll results right there. We had a total of about 300 votes on stream. This is an approximation of what we had on stream because I was keeping tabs as it was going. But about 56% of people roughly said yes, although there was a good majority, and I would say about 37-ish percent, well, 37 to 40% were in the yes, but I will wait and see category, which means the 56% that said yes might not actually be 100% yes, they're gonna buy. FYI, if Nexon watches this, those guys are not saying that they're 100% going to buy your skins. Just an FYI. Those people actually said, a vast majority of those people that said yes actually said they were going to wait and see what the skins actually look like in-game, or, you know, what kind of skins drop before they actually purchase them. And this is quite crucial because it's going to make a huge difference. All right. And by the end of the night, although it started out like, at first, it was started out like below 30%, which I was like, oh yeah, no, this is looking pretty comfortable. As the votes tallied up and went on and on and on, it actually got to about 36%, and I started getting worried, and then it hit 44% at the end of the night of people actually saying no, they were not going to purchase the skins. If we were to put that in numbers, excuse me, the population that said yes is about 168 out of 300, and the population that said no were about 132 out of 300. This is actually quite worrying because normally for events like Halloween, which is big, now Christmas, not everybody gets into the Christmas spirit. So usually around there, I expected more like a 60-40 ratio. But a ratio like this for Halloween is usually pretty bad. Let's go over some more numbers and we can work through why, you know, all of this is problematic and why this is not so good. So allow me to shift my window a little bit so we can get a better picture. All right, I'm going to shift the window here. Okay, so let's start right at the top so we can go through things step by step. The highest bundle price in the store is 137.91 SGD. I'm going to actually show you this so that you guys can keep up with this calculation. You know, I'm not making numbers up out of nowhere. All right, I don't want to Randy Orton these numbers, you know, just come out of nowhere like the Viper. All right, if you go to the caliber section of the shop, and FYI, a lot of people have come to me with this issue. If you are buying caliber, please buy through the in-game store because it's the safest way to get your caliber. Okay. If you look at the bundle prices, the highest bundle in my country's currency, which is Singapore, is 137.91. Okay, see that right there? Okay, that is the highest bundle. And that highest bundle, if I just remove my cam just so you can see, will give you the 5,750 caliber. That is 5,000 caliber with a 750 bonus. Okay, that equates to about 15% bonus on your caliber. Great. Okay, now let's pull the window back up. Now I had to convert that to USD. Why did I have to do that? Because apparently Singapore has no minimum wage law. I am not sure why that is the case, okay? A little bit shocked in my own country, but I actually Googled it. And if I Google the minimum wage in the US, right, it says $7.25 per hour. Okay, this is the federal minimum wage for covered non-exempt employees, $7.25 per hour, okay? Many states also have their own individual minimum wage laws, but this is basically the minimum wage law, the federal minimum wage law in the US. Okay, so we're gonna use that as a guide. Then the minimum wage in Singapore is non-existent. Singapore has no minimum wage laws or regulations, which was okay. Not what I expected, but okay. So we had to use USD for the calculation. So I did a currency conversion. If I were to convert Singapore dollars into USD now, I did get a little bit screwed on the exchange rate here. Roughly, the exchange rate is 0.77. This means that if you were to look at the price of Singapore dollar, of the equivalent USD, this 137.91 SGD converts to 106 US dollars. They're actually charging me $6 more than they would be charging a person in the US. Rough. But anyway, not accounting for the exchange rate, right? It would cost you to get the same bundle about 100 USD. Now, the caliber you would receive for 100 USD if we exclude the bonus, because the bonus is a bonus, right? We shouldn't be looking at that as a calculation. The caliber per dollar that you're going to earn, all right, you receive 5,000 caliber for 100 USD, so 5,000 divided by 100 is 50. So the caliber per dollar per USD is 50, all right? 50 caliber per USD. Now, assuming the federal minimum wage, and again, I cannot go state by state because there are quite a lot of states in the United States, all right? And I'm sure they all have their own minimum wage laws. So we're just going to use the federal rate as a rough gauge. But basically, if we were to use the federal rate of $7.25 per hour, it would actually take you, the average skin price in caliber is 750. Just so you know, for reference, we were using the event skins like Twisted Worship and all that. So we were using this as a reference. As you can see, 750 caliber right there. So 750 caliber is the average cost of skin. And that means that the skin price in USD, all right, would be 15 USD right here. Okay? How do you get 15? 750 divided by 50 is 15. All right? So it would cost you 15 US dollars per Twisted Worship skin, which is the average skin price. Okay? That means that in order to unlock a skin, you would have to put in 2 hours of minimum wage labor to get a single skin. Okay? This is well, 2 hours and a little bit, so this equates to about 124 minutes of your time. Now, the universal skins like Twisted Worship, okay, they have several skins that you can buy for each descendant. And I want to tell you this is coming from a huge skin spender. I spend excessively on skins. Here's the proof. All right. I've actually bought Twisted Worship for almost every single female character except for Luna right there. So that's cost me quite a bit. And if we actually look at the pricing of that, basically 8 female descendants right now, Twisted Worship for each of them, that actually comes to about 6,000 caliber in total. All right. And if we were to convert that to USD, then this would be 120 USD. How many hours of minimum wage labor would you have to work in order to get 120 USD? That equates to about 16 hours of labor at the minimum wage to get a full set of skins. Now, this is why I think a lot of people are saying skins in this game are a bit too expensive. Look, I understand that the developers have salaries to pay, and this being a free-to-play game, there are ongoing server costs, and you know, if we want to get updates at a rapid pace, then yes, we have to spend and support the developers. But have you ever thought that maybe if you charge people a little less, they might be more enticed to buy these skins? If you're telling me that it's going to take me roughly 2 hours of labor, okay, could be doing anything at minimum wage, whatever, 2 hours of labor just to get a single skin, then that is pretty rough. There are also, of course, much better jobs out there that are way above the minimum wage, but still, People working those jobs, well, they're doing it usually to financially support themselves. They've also got other expenditure out there. If you're charging me 15 bucks for a skin, those people who might have bought 10 may buy only one or two, because two skins adds up to $30, three skins adds up to $45. It starts to get pretty expensive. All right, I make above the minimum wage, obviously, but realistically speaking, even I'm starting to feel the pinch a little bit here, because if I want to get the skins for all these different characters, it starts to get pricey. All right, my bank account is taking a hit. And then if you want to get them for other people as well, because you don't just get them for yourself, sometimes you give them to your friends or whatnot, it starts to get expensive. The ball starts rolling, and it starts rolling, and it keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. So realistically speaking, I think that the reason why, okay, if we look over at the results again, I think the reason why this result happened, which again was not expected, the reason for this result is because people, and this was a common topic throughout the entire stream. You can actually check it out. The stream is linked in the video description, but basically you can check out the whole thing. It was way too expensive. Most people felt that if the skins were cheaper, or if some of the bundles, or if we had discounts, they would be more willing to buy. So what is the solution here? I'm not one to just point out problems and not give a solution. We actually talked about the solutions live on stream as well. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a couple of ideas, but like I said, at the end of the day, this is gonna be up to Nexon what they choose to implement. But here are some of the ideas that we discussed on stream, and I'll go through them together. Idea number one, offer daily discounts. This is actually something similar to what several other games are doing. But basically, when you log in, all right, each day your store will have certain skins up for sale. It could be at a 75% discount, 50% discount. FYI, I highly recommend you guys do discounts of a minimum 50%. Why? Because if people feel like they can get two skins for the price of one, they are more likely to spend. Number two, they will log in every day to check those deals, especially when searching for a skin that they want or things like that. Daily discounts, and not just on skins, make sure it's for bundles, things like that as well. It can make something that would be very dear to them a lot cheaper. You should have a discount section. That will help you sell more, Nexon, because this good is not finite. FYI, your good is a digital good. Any number of people can purchase without any additional production costs on your end. Your production costs are already literally sunk cost. You're trying to recoup investment here. So, what's the best way? Offer a deal. People buy things on sale, excuse me, all the time. Why wouldn't you do that? So, I would highly recommend this, okay? Offering daily discounts. The second option, which might not be so popular, is to bring the price down. This is where I wanted you guys' comments. I want you guys to comment what would be an effective price for you to purchase more skins. Would it be $5? $10? Let's look at these two prices in particular, all right? Don't tell me something like $8.88. Like, okay, I appreciate your creativity, but like $5 or $10, that's all I want to know. All right. So bringing the price down could be another way of getting more sales and encouraging more people to actually spend on skins, because basically the entire 44% that said no, you're losing that entire base. And here's the big thing. Out of the 56% of people that said yes, what if they take a look at the skins and they don't like them? When they do come out, they say half of those 56% might not even buy the skins at all, which means that your effective sales are a lot lower than you would project. This is not good in the long term, especially if you want this game to be sustainable and you want to keep the player base happy. The player base is, and factual basis, it has dropped. It has dropped because obviously people get bored. They can't grind looter shooters all day, every day. I do this for a living, but for the average person, that's not usually the case. All right? They're going to take breaks. They're going to come back months later. And look, you want to be able to sell to them at any point in time. You don't want to be able to sell to them only now or only at this point in time. That is usually not a good idea. So bring the price down. Here's another thing, okay? Other than bringing the price down and offering daily discounts, the other thing that this other idea that people had, which I do not support because it feels like a mobile game mechanic, okay? But they could offer discounts rather than daily discounts in the shop on skins or bundles. They could offer you, after a certain amount of grinding or whatever, you could get a random drop that gives you like a token to purchase premium currency at a discount. This has been done in several mobile games. I'm not a fan of this system, but it is also an idea. All right. So these are the solutions that we thought of on stream. If you guys have other solutions, I would love to hear them in the comments. At the end of the day, my thoughts on this are as follows. I feel that the skin prices currently are a bit too expensive. My personal vote would be to bring the average skin price down to $10. Okay? I understand that 5 might be a little bit too low. But if every skin was roughly $10, all right? An hour of work per skin, yeah, well, an hour and a half of work per skin is a lot more reasonable than 2 hours of work. All right? People aren't going to feel like they're being totally ripped off, and they will obviously spend more. Similarly, when it comes to bundles and things like that, if you were to sell spawns and things like that separately, rather than put them in a high price bundle, you're literally catering only to people who can afford, like you're literally only catering to the whales. Only the whales are going to be able to buy that whole bundle just to get a spawn that they can use on one descendant. That's not a smart idea. Make sure the spawns, the new spawns especially, are usable across all descendants, and more importantly than that, sell them separately. I'm not buying a whole bundle. I did buy the bunny bundle. Okay? I just want to be upfront with you guys. I have the entire bunny bundle because I think she looks amazing and I spend a lot of my time on bunny while farming. So I bought this. No issue right there. But I don't think that that's going to be for everybody. And realistically speaking, when people feel like they can't get into the fashion, they can't get into the painting, they can't get into making their descendant look cool, they're not going to stick around. Offering paints for free, which I know these guys are doing with the ETA Zero Trader, is a great step in the right direction. But overall, I think that they have a lot of work to do. So those are my closing thoughts. Let me know what you think of this. I want to know what you think about the skin prices in this game. Let me know how you feel. Your comments, okay? I want to hear them. I want to hear your perspective on this. All right? Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I hope you guys will enjoy the content, and I hope you guys will continue to enjoy the streams. All right? Thank you very much. And now before we go, don't forget to register me as your creator. And if you haven't already, let's thank some of the top supporters for this channel. All right? Here are our top channel members: Arcane Silver, CG Mayhem, Death Dawning 982, Haza, Princess Star, Track Hoodie, and Track Hoodie for Plus Ultra, BVS Fang, George Tishon, and Nisk at the Only Fan level. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. All right, and of course, October's top supporters. Here's the ranking for October. Our top tipper is Anonymous, who gave us $500. Thank you so much for that. Our top super chatter is CU Yuri, all right, at $100. Our top super chatter list includes Track Hoodie, Grand Roku, Fisher, Sir Tommy Gunn, Foxy Kim, Tyler C. And our top channel membership gifter is currently Arcane Silver at 300 with 5 gifted memberships. This is shared with Jonathan Terry right there, and also BW. Thank you guys so much. All right, I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys on the next video.